Hey, what's up? I'm not a person that normally makes videos and stuff, and can't say I've felt a lot of, influence from God in the past as far as just something nagging at me to do. But yeah, I really guess you could call it a feeling. Just felt like I should talk about this. I'm not going to edit anything. I'm going to tell you that I'm not going to lie to you, but I mean that's up for you to decide. Obviously, people are going to say like, "You said I'm not going to lie to you," but probably is. I'm not intentionally going to lie to you, but anyways, I'm not sure on the title of this yet. This might be the only video I ever upload, honestly. This might be the only one, but where to start at? I got a couple notes here just to remind me of stuff to mention. First of all, I'm dealing with some bad allergies right now. They've been pretty rough, so forgive me for that. But if you actually sit here and listen to this, first off, I'm going to talk about, I guess I'll talk about the mark of the beast. I can't tell you exactly what it's going to be, when it's going to happen, but I feel like I'm pretty certain it's going to have to do with AI and them not being able to use video evidence like in court cases and stuff anymore. There's going to be so much misinformation and fake stuff out there that, like, we're already there. I've messed around with AI programs and stuff here the last few months, and I mean, if what I have access to can do what I've seen it do, I mean, there's no telling what the government has access to. So I mean, it's already there. They haven't come, I don't think they've come out and said it yet, but video evidence is like no longer admissible in court. There's too much doubt there that just the possibility that it's fake. That's the truth. It's scary, but it's the truth. And anyways, back to the mark. It's going to have to be something that people are going to want to get, okay? And to get like a chip implant or something to GPS track or your location at throughout wherever you go, like if you have that, it protects you from the fake videos and stuff. I mean, people are going to want to get it to protect themselves from that. And then probably a little bit afterwards, the people that have it are going to want to make it required to get, because without it, you could potentially get away with a lot of stuff. You could say like, just not having it is enough reasonable doubt to not get convicted of something, because one juror will be like, I don't know, it's not clear. So I mean, I really think it's what it's going to come down to. And I mean, the fact that the picture is clear of just how it could happen, or how seeing the actualization of, or the realization of just the complete process of it, it's kind of it's worrisome, if you're not ready. But I really think we're there, and maybe somebody will see this video, and if it's soon, which I think it probably will be, maybe it could save somebody. make somebody just be like, I'm not getting it. I don't know. But there might have been more I had to say on that, but I'm not a very good speaker, and these allergies aren't helping any. But, what else? Oh, the rapture. I was going to talk about the rapture a little bit. I don't know if, there's so many arguments about pre-rapture, mid-rapture, or no rapture till after the tribulation. I don't know, but all I do know is there is going to be a second coming, and you need to be ready. And just to go into it a little bit, this is pretty scary, and a lot of people aren't going to want to hear it, but I'm going to say it. When say the rapture happens, when it does happen, how is it not going to be so obvious that it happened? And the reason that is going to be the case is because there's going to be so many people that claim to be Christians, that go to church every day. There's going to be so many of them, like these mainstream people that claim to be Christians. There's going to be so many of them left behind that they're just going to be like, no, it couldn't have been the rapture. It couldn't have been. Like, just some of them be in denial. Like, a lot of them will purposely mislead. Just be like, no, it couldn't have been the rapture. Look how much of the church is left. I mean, it's why it's going to work. It's like, that's why so many people are going to be misled when it does happen. Because there's going to be so many people that go to church on Sundays that, claim to be Christians. I don't know how many people claim to be Christians worldwide, like probably a couple billion maybe. But a vast majority of them are probably going to be left. Of you are going to be left if you're listening to me. Of us, well, hopefully I'm not left. I'm not perfect. I'll be the first person to tell you I'm not perfect, but man, it's a struggle. This life is a struggle. But I'm not the first. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna say by some. This is just a really big hypothetical. If somehow I got a big following online, I'm not gonna try and scrub my past online history. I've made a bunch of mistakes. Probably said a bunch of stuff I didn't mean. Probably joking around, being sarcastic. I don't care. I'm not perfect. I try to be the best I can be right now, and you can't judge somebody by their past actions if they regret a lot of it, and just, I don't know, can't even say you regret it. You can't. If somebody learns from it and tries to do better, then you shouldn't judge them by their past actions, I think it's a reasonable statement. What else did I write down here? I'm not going to ask for likes, subscribes. It's not important to me. I'm not doing this for money or popularity. I'm doing this because I really felt just like I should get it out there, and I don't know, maybe help one person or something, give somebody some good advice. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it to help myself. I don't know. Maybe to get it off my chest. People have always told me my whole life that I'm pretty smart. I here's my take on it. I don't think human beings in general are smart. I don't think human beings in general are impressive for most circumstances. I mean, yeah, there can be impressive actions, like there can be heroic actions done that are, impressive, that really tug at your heart, like somebody giving their life for somebody, like that's to save somebody or something like that. That's impressive. But, doctors, politicians, I mean, athletes, sports athletes and stuff, like, they're not impressive. They're human beings. Weightlifters that, really people work out a lot and that are really strong. Oh, I deadlifted 1,000 pounds. Okay, but look how little that is compared to, everything else. I mean, that's not much. To me, it's not impressive. You're only doing what God gave you the ability to do, and you wanted to do with that ability. I mean, it's just not that impressive. That's my take on it, people in general. So I don't think I'm smart. I don't think I'm impressive at all. What else here? As far these are just some comments I wrote down here. I'll mention them real fast. People that are, it's kind of this comment's not necessarily an objective comment. It's subjective, I guess. But if you see somebody wearing like a nice suit and stuff, or say they have a nice background or something on their video or whatever, it's just like if they're wearing a nice suit, you probably shouldn't trust everything they're saying because their priorities aren't right. It don't matter what you're wearing, really. I mean, I'm wearing a dark green pair of pants and a dark green shirt right now with the UK hat. No, I'm not clean shaven at all. I don't really care. Looks don't impress me. It's your attitude, how you act. Just, anyways, all these people wearing nice suits and stuff, just be wary of what they're saying because their priorities aren't right. If they're spending time and money and think it matters how they look, it's a show. Like the whole world is a show to these people online, and it's sad. Like, they care about how they look. They think it matters. It don't matter. And they say the root of all evil is money. It pretty much is. For the most part. There's some videos I've been seeing online about Charlie Kirk's death, Erica Kirk, and then Candace Owens, Ben Shapiro. I don't know, them having some kind of feud or something. Let me present a theory. I don't know what happened, but here's a theory. What if they were all in it together and they're purposely like Ben and Candace are purposely arguing against each other to draw people strongly to each side for profit? I mean, like they're all, it feels like they're all trying to profit off of it, and it's dumb. It's dumb, evil, greedy. Now, I will say that Ben, I don't entirely I don't disagree with the questions Candace is asking and stuff, and Erica Kirk, her actions from what I've seen have been odd, to say the least. But I don't keep up with it, and I don't know. From what I've seen, her questions are pretty pretty reasonable. I mean, you should question stuff, especially in today's time. Like, question everything you see. I mean, I don't know. I guess if you could say I'm taking anybody's side, I would probably take Candace's side, but still, that I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. That's the theory I just said. Maybe they're all in it together. Maybe they are. I don't know. Um, if she is doing it right, which I hope so, then hey, keep at it, keep at it. I mean, you've got my support. For what little that's worth. Ben, you know how they say follow the money. I know Ben donating $1 million or something to uh, what Turning Point or something. Him doing that like right after Charlie's death, it's like follow the money, man. It's almost like you're just throwing it in people's faces, like it's right there. Like, you probably shouldn't have done it, or if you did, keep it under the table. Don't mention it. But it just seems like it's either an arrogant move to make or a dumb move, and I don't think they're dumb. I don't think Ben's dumb. I think he's really intelligent, and you know he probably just, I don't know. I'm just speculating why he did it. I don't really know. I don't know, but follow the money. It usually leads you where you need to go, and then who's benefiting from Charlie's death, right? As far as Trump goes, man, I don't. Here's my opinion about war. Anytime any leader suggests war or killing another human being, I wish there was enough good people, enough intelligent people that cared, enough people in power that would just be like, no, dude, you're out. Just throw them out. Like, we don't need it. We don't need war. But there's so much money in it. I don't know. This world needs a lot of help. I need some help, but I'll take any help I can get. Man, the last few years, I cry a lot. Like, just not every day, but a lot. Just seeing so much hatred, evil, lack of love and caring in this world. It just breaks your heart, man. It's rough. But what do you do? I mean, it says in the Bible, like, it's gonna get bad. It's gonna keep getting worse too. The internet is the internet could very well be a product of Satan. I mean, for real. Like, I know it's helping. It's extremely beneficial in ways, but in so many ways it's so much worse. It feels like it's disgusting. I mean, you like, the internet invented, to try and bring people together, connect people. Like, that's the idea of it. And, you know, you would think, like, oh, more people have access to knowledge and the truth. But no, it's the opposite. It's separating people, it's dividing people, it's misleading people. I mean, it's instead of people getting the truth, if you're smart enough, you don't know what to believe. And then if you're not smart enough, you're believing anything that sounds good to you. I'm just getting some thoughts out there. I'm about ready to end this video. I can feel these allergies starting to get up to me here. I can't even read my writing. I've always had some bad writing. I have no idea what that says. Alright, just to end this video. I love you all. Hope to see you all in heaven one day. I watched a video about these two pastors that, I mean, big time pastors. I can't think of their names right now, but they were talking to each other on a podcast or something, and one of them's like, man, there's just not enough time. There's just not enough time to put 1/100th of all you want to into a sermon or something. And the other pastor's like, no, like agreeing with him, like, no, there isn't. And I'm just like, dude, there is enough time. It's your priorities, dude. Like, take the time to do it then, man. Like, just take the time to do it. And, like, stop worrying about getting out in an hour or something. Like, so it's on them. That's on them. They'll have to account for it. But yeah, another thing, like, as far as people going to church, there's nothing wrong with church, but, like, just like in the Bible, the original church, like in the 1st century, like they didn't have established buildings, built congregations and stuff. Like, they met in, a lot of them probably met in secret and just in random people's houses and stuff, and like they traveled about spreading the word. I mean, these churches nowadays, it's like a business model. And it's not a good business model to send your flock out so you can't keep bringing the money in. So, I mean, I don't go to church very often myself because I don't like what I'm seeing. It's just hard. And maybe that's a fault of mine. Maybe I should get back into church, going to church a lot. But, man, it's hard watching them. And then people aren't coming to church because you're not doing what you should be doing. People, a lot of Christians, or people that claim to be Christians anyways, they can't separate the individual or the individual soul from actions. Like, they lump it together. Let's take a gay person, for instance. I mean, you don't have to like that their actions, that they're gay or whatever, but you should love them. Love everybody, man. Jesus' new commandment that he gave us: love one another just as I have loved you. How many people are following that? You love your neighbor just as Jesus loved us? I mean, I struggle with that too. It's hard. It is hard to look at these politicians and be like, man, I love you, but I try. I try, and that's what Jesus said. Love one another just as He loved us. Might not be quote for quote, word for word or whatever, but that's essentially what He said. And just try and do better. This video is going to end up being like 30 minutes long. Hopefully I got enough memory left on my phone to finish it before I upload it. But there's something else I was going to say. Like I mentioned earlier about the rapture, it's going people aren't going to think it's the rapture when it happens. Just for the fact that there's going to be so many church people that claim to be Christians left. They're going to be like, it couldn't have been the rapture. I mean, look how many people are left. So I try to base my stuff on logic, reasoning, morals. I actually chose to follow Jesus based on logic and reasoning. I'll go into that real quick before I end the video, but our life is short, really short, and nobody's proven the Bible or Jesus to be wrong. So it's like, what do I have to lose? What am I giving up for this? Is it worth the risk? I mean, yeah. I mean, with a logical mind, it's hard not to have some doubt just because you haven't seen it. You haven't seen Jesus for yourself. But trust me, the logic's there. What are you really giving up? And trust me, you're not giving up anything, really. You can still be probably even happier without this sinful stuff in this world. You can be even happier without it. So just give it up, follow Jesus, and then you don't have anything to lose, literally, and everything to gain. It's not a hard choice to make, in my opinion. Following the logic. There's something else I was going to do, but I don't know. I keep forgetting. I forget a lot anymore. But yeah, that's how I made my decision by using logic, pretty much. Hey, that's what I'm going to do. I'm putting all my faith in Jesus, and I would love to be in heaven and see all of you there. If I sit here long enough, I'll probably think of some more stuff, but I think that's enough for now. If I'm not asking for likes or hitting the subscribe button, if you want to leave a comment, if I get back on here and stuff, I will try to reply to it. If you got a question for me, or if you have something to counter something I said, I may have said something wrong for all I know. I'm not a good speaker, but anything you want to comment down there, you're welcome to. I don't care. I love y'all. I'm gonna end with this 6 words. Jesus is coming back. Be ready. Love y'all.